A few months ago, I built my very first gaming PC.
Felix!
It started a whole journey of me installing Linux, writing my very first line of code, completely de-googling, running my own self-host. But there's one truth that I can't escape. In order to successfully ascend, I need more compute. The less I touch grass, the more I touch the clouds. That's right, I'm building a new computer. So let's talk specs. I got the Pro VS X90E. This motherboard is huge. It says Nihongo Quick Gustauto Gaido Tsuki. That means good luck gaijin. I got the AMD Threadripper 7975. There it is. Don't ask how much I spent. To power this, I got 130 watts. God damn. I actually got 2 of them. 2 pisu. Fun fact. These 2 generate as much as an average Japanese household. I am sorry. Storage. I spent so much on everything, I had to save money somewhere. God damn. 96 gigabytes of RAM, and that's only half as much as I need. You don't understand, I'm going to space. I'm not playing around. Now, GPUs. Has everyone lost their goddamn minds? What are these prices? I look everywhere. I cannot find a GPU that doesn't cost my soul, and I'm not even asking for that much for it. I recently traveled to Sweden and Italy, and I thought, oh, I could get a good deal then. Maybe Japan is the problem. No, it's everyone! There were so many variables to consider when sourcing GPUs that I was going crazy. I just what? I even ran a bot. I put in a script that would scan the market for GPUs, and that way I could maybe then consider what the best option is to get least amount of screwed. And then the bot kept spitting out these weird lines of URLs. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this? This means nothing. This is gibberish. And then I realized, oh, these are anti-bot measurements. I am the problem that I'm trying to solve. God damn it! Ultimately, I settled for these. Lovelace RTX 4000. These are not exciting graphics card, but if you get 7 of them, then it gets interesting. They have 20 gigabytes of VRAM. Great. For cooling, I use an all-in-one cooler. Looks a bit suspicious. The front panel fell off, okay? Now, if Marzia asks, how much did you spend on all of this? This seems crazy. I prepared a script, and I need you to memorize this in case she double checks you to verify it. This has to be rock solid, okay? All right, here we go. Well, it is not about how much it costs, but about how much it saves. You see, a build of this caliber replaces the need for cloud computation. At current market rates for, let's say, $2 per GPU, multiplied by 7 GPUs, we run this for 8 hours a day, 6 months, bing bada boom, this thing is paid for itself. Well, you see, the math doesn't lie, okay? That would be around $20,160, poof, evaporated to the cloud. Now that would just be irresponsible spending, wouldn't it? This is way better. All of this, I get full privacy. I don't get the risk of getting throttled, and even the best, no one can ban me for using too many slurs. Not that I would do that. So yeah, if you could say all that to Marzia, that'd be great, thank you. And Marzia, another way to pay for this video is thanks to sponsor, G Fuel. I have the biggest G Fuel announcement ever. I'm the first one to break the news. They trusted me with it. About a month ago, they took me to the secret G Fuel dungeon, and I got to try the Fountain of Youth. The new improved G Fuel formula. To the new era of G Fuel. Beautiful. That's actually, yeah, that is better. How is it possible? What did you do? You can tell here in the first one, there's a little fun part at the bottom. Look at this, smooth all the way. The mad wizards at G Fuel, they did it. Perfect perfection. And ever since, I've been drinking the 2.0 version. When I know there's 3.0 G Fuel out there, it is better. I don't know how they did it. They improved perfection, but it's smoother tasting, it's less chalky, it's better, and did I say it's better tasting? PewDiePie Lingonberry was already the greatest flavor of all time, but now it's better. I'm being serious. I'm using my I'm trying to sell you voice, but I am also being authentic. You will like this drink. The formula is coming soon in September. So don't miss it out. It comes shipped with my flavor, PewDiePie Lingonberry, of course, but also Miami Nights and Hype Sauce. Check out the link in the description. As you guys know, I love G Fuel, and I think you guys are gonna love this drink as well. But most importantly, thank you for paying for all this. All right. So the power draw is a little bit of an issue. I actually have to contact an electrician. He came by today, and yes, it looks like I'm screwed. That's why, of course, I'm planning to go solar. I need more power, and apparently sourcing weapon-grade plutonium isn't legal, so this machine is going green. Last but not least, the case. My last computer drove me insane. It's a mini ITX or whatever. The thing annoyed me. That's all that matters. I was building this thing as a complete noob. Millimeter difference made that parts just wasn't compatible. And that, to me, makes no sense if you're building a computer. Parts should be interchangeable. Where's my goddamn versatility? I recently changed GPU on it, and poof, the case doesn't fit anymore. Great. I changed it to an open air case, and I'm like, that looks damn good. I don't have to worry about space, and beautiful airflow. I get that collecting dust is a bit of a problem, but it's breathing the same air I'm breathing. It's fine. I don't want to put all this spaceship hardware into a shoebox, okay? So I'm building my own case this time so I can have full freedom for do whatever I want. I've never built my own case before. This might be a disaster. We're about to find out. Let's build this goddamn thing. Welcome to the floor. This is where I will spend most of today. I'm planning to use these aluminum extrusions. The size is 30-30. I have never built with these before. The reason I picked these is because they're strong, they're lightweight, and relatively cheap. I got it from a local Japanese company. So without further ado, let's channel my IKEA energy, and I'm gonna try and get the frame started. First, I tested out the layout, see what was the best way to do it. I even made a 3D model of the planks. So I started putting pieces together, and I made the frame. It all looked great. Okay, the frame is done, and you get my toe in this shot as well. I think this is gonna look nice. I like the black coating, it looks good. I'm getting positive vibes. Then I realized I had to make my own holes into this metal. You can make your own screw holes by tapping. I never done this before, so I was terrible at it. This method, it required so much precision to fit the motherboard properly, and I realized I don't have that kind of precision. So I had to figure out a different method. You just have to use this barbecue secret sauce, and it works like butter. Just gotta do this just 1,000 times, no big deal. I laid out the PSUs the way I was gonna do it. Originally, I was planning to keep them on the sides, but I figured a more optimal version. Okay, the PSU mount is finished. Best part, I can do that. And I think for what it is, it fits pretty well. These are actually meant for fans. I just need something to hold in case there's an earthquake. I just couldn't find actual PSU holders. Didn't take 6 years to arrive to Japan, so I had to MacGyver it, and I think, all in all, not bad. I had to figure out how to mount the cooler as well. With this build, I could just put all the GPUs together like a giant GPU cheeseburger. But that's a terrible idea. So I'm planning to have one down, one up, one down, one up, one down, one up, so that they get space to breathe. The GPU brackets I bought just didn't fit at all, so I had to figure out a different way to do it. Luckily, working with aluminum is quite easy once you get the hang of it. You can move anything around, just flop it about. But it meant I had to make my own GPU bracket, which is fine, and I will have to tap that one. Because I can just move everything around, I kept rebuilding it. I kept thinking, oh, it's better if this one goes there, and this one goes there, so. Okay, so I guess you could say this is version number 3. I keep changing it because I keep finding better ways to optimize it. It's a lot of extra work, but I don't mind doing it, and I feel like a build like this deserves the proper thought and attention to it, so it's gonna be good. I just have to redo everything for the 4th time. All right, nearly there. Got the layout laid out. I just gotta drill the holes and I gotta cut these. And then after that, yeah, should be pretty good. But finally, I knew more or less and it was time to saw. That was loud. I was not prepared for how loud that was. This project took forever because I kept running into stupid problems, like screws being the wrong size. I keep messing up the dumbest things. I finally have all the standoffs all in place, but the screws are too big. These are like M4 or M5. I guess I need 4.5 or 4. So annoying. It's so annoying. Oh my god. I already waited so long for this. Like, I can't do anything until the motherboard is in place, so I'm kind of stuck now. I guess I can put on the RAM and the SD. It's okay. It don't matter. I don't care. The electrical socket not fitting my plugs. Everything just took another day because it's like, and I kept rebuilding it and changing it, but it was finally time to put the motherboard in. I finally get to put in the motherboard properly because I only had like 5 of these. I needed 5 more. Who cares? It going in. This bad boy. Why is it so uneven? There we go. Okay, motherboard mounted. Pesos mounted. It was worth the extra effort because I think this is gonna come out looking nice. It's good. It's good. It's good. Everything good. Anyway, we're gonna install the fans. I got nut. These are the best of the best. I'm gonna put this on the AIO. I bet the screws are wrong for this ones too. They actually might be now. I'm worried about it. I mounted the storage. Next up, my memory. Sorry, my storage. Damn, son. Which one is slot 1 then? I have no idea. Okay. You do that and then you slide it. Boom. And then this you don't have to peel as well, but I'm gonna do it just for fun because I like peeling things. Question is, do I have to peel all of them? Even if there's nothing there? I don't think so. Nailed it. The RAM, and I was terrified to click too hard. I don't know why. You just have to push with both hands, dummy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you kind of have to shove them in there. It's kind of violent. There you go. That was good. That was clean. 4 out of 8. I realized I didn't peel off the stickers. Are you kidding me? I really didn't want to remake all the mistakes I made on my first computer build. So I was like, this time I'm gonna read the instructions. Surprise, it didn't do any difference. I put in the CPU and then I added the cooler and it was really terrifying because the CPU it's really expensive. This is too much money for an idiot like me to handle. But here we go. Oh god. It's sliding. It has slid. I removed the cover. We put it down. See, that doesn't look like it even fits. Okay, there we go. There you go. The CPU is the most expensive part of this build, so I was terrified of messing this up. And of course, I mess it up. The problem wasn't how I mounted the CPU, it was how I mounted the cooler. I thought I shouldn't screw it too tight because then it might be like not good and kill it. Obviously, we don't want to over tighten it. So when it finally came to booting it just didn't boot because it didn't detect the CPU cooler because I didn't screw it tight enough. And it took me a long time to figure that out. That's a little problem solving for you. Well, I be damned. I didn't expect it to work, to be honest. You're looking at 600,000 cables, and any one of them could be the problem. I flashed a drive. I was gonna use Ubuntu this time around because it has better driver compatibility, and I don't feel like installing Arch for the 5th time this year. Sue me. Another issue I ran into was a lot of the GPUs just didn't work, and I didn't understand why.
You see that? That's the first time I get more than one GPU showing up. What did I do differently this time? I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I kept thinking it was the motherboard, but it turns out I didn't click in the cables properly. It's like the biggest noob mistake ever. Just like make sure the cables are in. The amount of problems I ran into with this build. Nothing was smooth. Nothing! So then it was time to check out the drivers. Guess what? The drivers don't work either.
Well, why don't you eat my...
But finally, all the GPUs were detected and the drivers worked. Glorious. And I could finally do what I set out to do, which is run all these 6 GPUs that I had parallel as one strong unit. The problem is, I don't know fuck all about tensor parallelism, okay? You can only run tensor parallelisms by the power of 2. I had 6. It ain't linear. You know how there's Nintendo 64? Well, there ain't no Nintendo 72. You can't run 6. You can't run TP6, but you can run TP4. So I actually sold 2 of the GPUs. Yeah, I could run Llama 3, 70B, 70 billion parameters. That's pretty cool. It's a very strong model. And I can offload some of the RAM, even on my system RAM. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of RAM. Felt like the reasonable and smart thing to do in my situation. Except that's not what I did at all. Gambler's fallacy. I have gone this far. I'm not gonna stop now. I got 2 more GPUs, god damn it.
8 GPUs to roll them all. Lucky I went with a double peso, cause there's no more PCIe on this one. I need one more. I don't know how to describe this feeling, but I feel like I've done something that I was not supposed to do. I look at this thing and I get scared. There's boss music playing in the background when I'm hooking this up. 6 was okay. 8 is just getting bonkers. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I don't know if it's gonna run. I don't know if it's gonna work. Will it detect all the GPUs? I don't know.
And you may have looked at my rig and maybe you're like a super detective and super genius or something, but my board has 7 slots. How are you gonna fit 8 on there? Easy. I had looked this up. Bifurcation. It basically means you can split one of your PCIe slots into half, and you can fit 2 GPUs on there. Bada bing, bada boom. Yep. Wahoo! I'm being ironically cringe, but by being that, I'm actually cringe. Okay, so just cut that. This is perfect. This solves all my problem. I just plug in 2 GPUs and I'm done with it. I get to 8. Basically what that means is I don't have to buy like a server grade motherboard that costs $5,000 and change out my entire CPU and all that, you know, like the price will just get ridiculous. So if I can just change the settings in my BIOS, I can do it. So I completed my goal, which has just been a goal for no reason. Like I don't even care, but I have to do this now. But to my surprise, my motherboard doesn't do 8x8 bifurcation. Why? I don't know! Why not? Why? Why Asus? Other cards do it! You used to do it! Just do it! Just put it the thing! I looked up everywhere online. You can get cards that actively do it for you, but they're super expensive. That goes against the whole plan. You can just do it if you just add it. I thought I was crazy. I was like, okay, surely no one tries to really maximize their motherboard like I'm trying to do now. That's why we have this issue. I find a thread online. There are other people out there just like me. They're crazy. They're all complaining. Why Asus? Why? Shit, this pisses me off, man. So I looked up, there's so many Chinese cards that say, yeah, we split your, in Chinese accent, but that's racist. So instead I do like a little, like, yeah, we do it. Maybe. They literally say that. I look for hours for the product and I'm like, this is it. I found it. Maitsia. And then I read the fine print and it's like, oh, but maybe, yes, this is Gen 4 speed, don't worry. But maybe it will be Gen 3. I'm like, how the fuck can you say that? It either is or isn't. I thought computers were binaries. I'm not gonna risk it. So, okay, there are cards that can do it. Maybe it costs like 500, 600 bucks. But I live in Japan and they gotta ship on board and it's gonna take me another 2 weeks. And I'm just like, I just wanna finish this fucking thing. So I found a guy, okay? I found a guy that has the BIOS. He says he has the BIOS. There's a forum thread and he's like, guys, I got the BIOS. I asked Asus for the BIOS. So I'm asking the guy, give me the BIOS. I never thought I would be the kind of person that looks through forums and asks someone for their... What kind of sketchy shit is this? I gotta ask people for bios now? From a random person on the internet and in a forum thread that allegedly has it? That's where I am right now. And I'm not finishing this until I completed my goal. I got the message. He wrote me. The random person on the internet sent me their bios. Aces didn't respond whatsoever, but the guy sent me his bios. I was so excited, like a kid on Christmas. I flashed the bios, the light kept blinking forever, I was stressing out. Is it gonna work? Is the random guy that sent me the bios gonna work? I checked out his profile, by the way, and he seemed like a good person. I really feel like this is not some elaborate way of hacking my computer. It just seemed like someone that genuinely wanted to help. But who knows? Finally, the BIOS stopped blinking and they were done. I booted up and bada bing, bada boom.
It actually booted. AD, go to A0, please. Maybe. Yeah, okay. It actually booted. Oh my god. It all comes down. I forgot the command because I'm so nervous. Oh, it worked! Oh! Yes! Yes! I finally... Okay, now we're gonna get all 8. I'm gonna get all fucking 8 of them to work. And they're gonna sweat. I'm gonna make them pain. You're gonna be in pain. I cannot mount them like this. I literally just like panicked, did everything. I can't believe it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Stubbornness wins. 8. Everything works. They're all working. They're working together. Together, the brains. 8 times 8 bifurcation works! No thanks to you, Aces. Well, technically, but not really. Okay, I've been running this for a couple days now, and it is great. I am so happy how this turned out. It was worth all the effort. I had 3 concerns before the build, which... Oh, Björn is here. Hi, Björn. I'm wrapping up the video. Do you want to go through the ending? Number 1 was the noise. You can barely hear it, right? Number 2 was the power consumption. I vastly overestimated the power consumption. Idle, these GPUs sit at 150 watts, which is nothing, right, Björn? He's enamored by this. Okay, go to your mama. It's too distracting. You're too cute. I'm still glad I got the double pissu, but it doesn't need it whatsoever. The last was temperature. I was really worried it was gonna get too hot, but the open air case works and the whole staggered method with the GPUs works. It all works. TP8 works. I have 8 working GPUs without losing speed. That's the big caveat. And without spending $1 billion. That's the big caveat. Now I can run all of these computers together as one. What am I gonna do with that? I don't know. I just set this goal for myself because I knew it could be done. And by the kindness of a random stranger online and a lot of perseverance, I made it happen because I knew it could. I knew it was possible. And it feels so goddamn good. Tech stuff is like Dark Souls, all right? There's this imaginary difficulty that you set out for yourself. People ask, why do you play that game? It's just difficult. It's like, well, that's what makes it fun when you manage to overcome it, okay? I know it's not real, it's just a video game. It's the same thing. I'm calling this computer Odysseus because I was reading the Iliad at the time, which is one of my favorite books, and the translation called Odysseus, the always thinking, which is what I want this computer to do. But the name fit even better because this thing is cursed. I mean, look at it. And you know, just like Odysseus, it took a long time to get home in the end, but we got there. No matter what obstacles were thrown at us, we got there in the end. This was supposed to be a simple video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll look forward to share the next project with you guys. Profess. Oh, thank you, man. You threw a t-shirt on me. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a t-shirt. All right, so me and Marcia, we love to travel. We go back to Italy and Sweden every year. What used to be a problem was figuring out how to get internet. Now there is Saily, an eSIM service that is so good. You have to try it. No more Wi-Fi renting and returning. No more finding where they sell SIMs and then you have to remember to have the key and then not lose your original SIM. It's terrible. Whatever we used to do, those days are over. You just download Saily. You can do this right now if you have a trip coming up. Set up which country you're traveling to, how much data you want to use, and then you don't even have to think about it. Once you land, it will automatically connect to you, and you use one eSIM for all countries. It's super smooth, super simple. Both me and Marcia love using it. And if you enter code PewDiePie and you just save money. 15%, you're welcome. Last thing is also with privacy. Saily is part of the Nord umbrella, which is a privacy respecting company. A lot of eSIM companies are not, so keep that in mind. Yeah, just thank you Saily for being an amazing sponsor, an amazing product that I genuinely love. Thank you. Check it out, link in the description. Scan the QR code on the screen right now and enter the code PewDiePie for 15% off.